everyone! So today we're gonna do a inventory and declutter, I'm hoping, of my palettes. So all the palettes that I own are in this drawer, both smaller palettes and bigger palettes. So we can just start. So right here I have the Urban Decay Naked 3 and the number 2. So the number 2 is the first one I got, and I really like this one. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. The number 3, however, I do enjoy the darker shades, but not the lighter shades. So this one I'm thinking that I'm gonna get rid of. So this one I'm gonna put in my get rid of pile. Next up we have the Too Faced chocolate bar. This is very new to me and I absolutely adore it. It's a gorgeous palette and I highly recommend it. Next up I have the nude'tude and the nude'tude from theBalm. And the nude'tude I really enjoy. I have ever since I got it, and the nude'tude is not as good as the first one in my opinion. Color wise it's probably better for a lot of people, but I enjoy the formula, texture and pigmentation of the first one better. So this one I am going to play with a bit more and see, but for now I'm gonna keep both of them. This one is also new to me. It's the Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette. Absolutely gorgeous, more budget friendly palette that is truly amazing. The only shade in here I will say is more of a dud is this one right here. It doesn't come off as gorgeous as the rest of them, but these two down here and this one is just amazing. I also have two Lorac palettes that I have had friends to be as kind as to get for me. I have the Lorac Pro. I really want the new Lorac matte palette. It's not possible as long as you don't know anyone in the US that can ship it to you, but I enjoy this Lorac Pro palette. I haven't used this enough, but that's just because I don't want to use it up because I can't get my hands on it, but it is gorgeous. As well as the Lorac Unzipped is just amazing, and if I want more pinky tones, this is the palette I go for, not the Naked 3. So that's why I want to keep this one and get rid of the Naked 3. Here is the Anastasia Tamana palette, and this one is amazing. And the brush that comes with it as well is just... it's so good. I love that brush. Both the more kinda shader and the pencil side is phenomenal. And the eyeshadows as well, absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend trying a Anastasia palette, and I haven't tried the other ones, but this one, and if the others are as good, it's amazing. Love this. My Inglot palette you will see in a different video, just because I want to go through every single shade to see if there are any single shades that I want to get rid of. So this one you will see later. The Balm Meet Matte Nude, I kind of like this. I'm kind of 50-50. I really enjoy these lighter shades and this kind of warm brown shade, as well as this one. Also these two are kind of cool for some looks. I feel like there's a lot of similarities among the browns and the more grayish cool tones, but I do enjoy at least half the palette, so I do want to use those shades up. Of course my beloved Too Faced palettes, these more smaller ones, the Boudoir eyes and the natural eyes. You will have seen these tons of times on my channel. I still love and adore them. Amazing palettes. Also the Tartlette palette, the quality in this one is just absolutely wonderful. You have an all matte palette. This is a more warm toned kind of row. This is a more purpley tone and a bit more cool tones. So amazing palette. I love this shade in particular, and this one just amazing. Just fabulous. My MAC palette, I have this one and I have a quad. So both of these palettes you will see in the same video as the Inglot, just because I want to go through each shade. And the same with my 2C palettes right here that are filled with MAkeupgeek shadows. Both of these will be in that video where I can go through single shades to see if there are any one or two that I want to get rid of. And guys, when I say get rid of, I will, you know, sell, give away, or throw away anything old. You know, this thing, it will be down in the description bar as well. I don't just toss it without reason. But yeah. Okay, so this row right here are, some of them are more affordable and just some different things. So I have these two palettes, the Makeup Atelier Paris that I got at IMAS. I do use this one, the T19, the most, which is all matte. Absolutely gorgeous palette. This one, however, I don't use as much, but I do know that my mom really enjoyed this, so I think I'm gonna lend it to her for a while and see if I kind of miss it. So I do really like the shades, especially this one and that one are just gorgeous. But I'm gonna lend this or give it to her for a while. But this one I'm definitely keeping. Okay, so I have two Sonia Kashuk palettes. This one is a Sonia Kashuk Eye on Neutral 02 palette. It's an all matte palette and it's fabulous. It's absolutely amazing. I love the quality of this. I haven't tried any Sonia Kashuk before, but this is absolutely amazing. All the matte shades are gorgeous, as well as the matte shades in this one. This is the Perfectly Neutral 10 palette. These two matte shades are amazing. I really like these. These more shimmery shades don't give me much, but this is a very new palette to me, so I am gonna try it out a bit more first. But this one I'm keeping for sure. Same with the Naked Basics. This is the original one. I do like this. I think it's wonderful for travel and when you just kind of need some of those basic shades in one palette. I don't overly love this palette or anything, but I do feel like it's a good basic to have, so I am gonna go and hang on to this for a bit longer. Now this palette I absolutely love. I think this is one of my favorite palettes for sentimental reasons. My friend got me this when she came back from Las Vegas, and I know these are for Victoria's Secret, but these are also my initials, and the palette itself is gorgeous. I love these kind of tones, this burgundy, this more kind of taupey champagne. It's really unique, a really good black, and this more whitish silver. Absolutely wonderful palette. I truly love this. This e.l.f. palette was in my blush declutter, so if you want to see this, I will link that down below. This MUA Luxe London Pretty Edgy Eyeshadow Palette. Now, what impressed me in this, and I made a review on it, are these matte shades. These are absolutely wonderful. The shimmery shades are okay, but the matte shades are amazing. I don't reach for this that much, so I do think I want to find a better home for this, so this is gonna go in my giveaway or sell pile. Next is this sleek I Divine Vintage Romance palette. I have 4 sleek palettes, we can see them all. So it's the Vintage Romance palette, which I absolutely love. I have the Rio palette that I keep for a pop of color, so if I need some color I know where to go. I have this one in Sunset, which if you have blue eyes, this palette is a must for you. It's absolutely gorgeous. And for a more neutral option, I have the Oh So Special, which is also really pretty. Has some nice matte shades and shimmery shades. So I'm going to keep all of these. Next up, I have the MUA Undressed, what is called Undress Me 2 palette, which is a Naked 2 dupe. So whenever I want shades like these, I go for my Naked 2 palette. So I'm gonna give this away or sell that. The Maybelline Nudes palette I just received as a gift from my birthday, so still have to try this one out. The MUA Undressed is a dupe for the Naked 1, I've heard. Mine is kind of well used and I do really like this one. I don't feel like this is in a condition to sell, so I'm gonna keep this one a bit longer. This gold shade is amazing, and this one I use as a highlight every day for like months. So really nice palette. This MUA Smoked palette, again a dupe for the Urban Decay Smoked palette. I love this. The pigmentation is so good And for a night out, nothing beats this palette. So this is definitely not going anywhere. This Makeup Mecca palette again is filled with Coastal Scents shadows. So this will come up in that video with my MAkeupgeek and Inglot shadows. Now I have two Wet n Wild palettes. I have the Petal Pusher and the Comfort Zone. Petal Pusher I really like purple tones. This Comfort Zone, it's nice, but I never use it. So I'm gonna keep the Petal Pusher and give away or sell the Comfort Zone one. Now in the back here I have the BALM Bon Voyage palette, which is really cool. Has a nice row of eyeshadows there and cream shadows here. Lovely concept. It's truly so cool. The shades are really nice. The pigmentation is really nice. I just don't really use it. So I think someone else would really like this one. The BALM isn't that easily accessible in Norway, so I think I have someone that will really like this one, or I will try to sell it. So yeah. In here, these are just empty palettes. I have the Urban Decay Vice, how do you say that? Vice palette. Really nice. Love this one. I do use this a lot. And in here I have the e.l.f. blush palette I made myself, which you've seen in my blush declutter. And this one is just a eyeshadow palette that has kinda, I don't know, it's a really mixed up palette. I really loved a look the makeup share did with this, so I'm gonna keep it for a bit more and see how we got on, and if I don't really reach for it for the next couple of weeks, then I'll give it away. So here I have the Real Techniques palette, and I don't know what to do with this because this is a 50-50 palette. The eyeshadows are okay, the liner is awful, the glosses are awful, the blush is okay, and the highlight is amazingly good. It's so good. But it's so bulky and I never kind of reach for it. So I think I want to see if I can depot this, and if I can't, I'll just get rid of it. The highlight is gorgeous and the blush is really nice, but other than that, it's not really an amazing palette. The last one here is my first Too Faced palette actually, and I got this as a gift from one of my best mates, and he always gets so excited to see that I still have it and still use it, so I'm just gonna of course keep this. Okay, so the palettes you see here now is are the ones I'm keeping. Yes, it's a lot. Yes, I love them. Yes, I use them all. That's that. I really do love my palettes. So those are that. And these are the palettes that I'm getting rid of, selling, or lending away. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 palettes that I'm saying goodbye to. So that's something. These are the ones I didn't really reach for. So that's good at least. And yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you want to see the palettes, like any of the palettes anymore, then just let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye!